1930s Mercury Dime, Depression Silver and the Full Band's Premium INTRO. The dime of the Great Depression engaging, historical tone imagined standing in line at a bank in 1930. The Great Depression is hitting its stride, money is scarce, and every 10 cents, every dime, is precious. The dime you might have received in change was this, the stunning winged Liberty Head dime, better known as the Mercury Dime. Today, this coin from a devastating economic era has become a numismatic treasure. Specifically, the 1930s Mercury Dime, struck at the San Francisco Mint, is one of the most intriguing semi-key dates of the series. We're diving into its unique mintage history, why the tiny S mint mark matters, and how one specific detail, the full band's designation, can send its value from just a few dollars to thousands at auction. We'll also break down the most recent auction results for the very best examples. Let's start the hunt. The Mercury Dime, symbol of liberty and power. The Mercury Dime series ran from 1916 to 1945, and it's arguably one of the most beautiful coins ever struck by the U.S. Mint. It was the work of master sculptor Adolph Alexander Weinman. The obverse the coin features Lady Liberty wearing a Phrygian cap, symbolizing freedom, with wings attached. It's a common misconception that this is the Roman messenger god, Mercury, hence the popular name. Surrounding her are liberty and the date 1930. The reverse this side carries a powerful message. It depicts a fasces, a bundle of rods tied around an axe, symbolizing strength through unity, flanked by olive branches, symbolizing peace. Inscriptions include United States of America and 1 dime. Key specifications: composition, 90% silver and 10% copper. That silver content alone gives every 1930 dime a melt value, regardless of its numismatic value. Weight, $2.50 diameter, $17.90 mintages and mint marks. Why 1930s is the focus. In 1930, dimes were struck at 2 mints, and the difference in their scarcity is huge. The mint mark is found on the reverse, at the bottom, near the base of the olive branch. 1930 Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, mintage, a moderate $6, $770,000 coins. Value, this is the much more common issue. In circulated grades, its value is mainly its silver content, currently around $3 to $5. Because of the lower demand for common dates, you can find brilliant uncirculated examples, MS65, for around $100 to $150. 1930s San Francisco Mint, the S mint mark, mintage, a very low $1,843,000 coins. Value, this tiny figure makes the 1930s a true semi-key date. It has the 4th lowest mintage of the entire Mercury Dime series. In circulated condition, the value is typically $10 to $50. In higher mint state grades, the low survival rate of pristine examples drives the price up significantly, easily reaching $300 to over $1,500 for a beautiful MS66. The low production numbers from the San Francisco Mint in this era, combined with the extreme economic conditions of 1930, meant that most of these coins were put to work and circulated heavily. Very few were saved, which is why finding an uncirculated example is a real win. The premium factor, full band's designation. If you want the maximum value for your 1930s dime, you need to look for 3 letters on the grading certificate, FB, which stands for full bands. This designation refers to the horizontal bands that wrap around the fasces on the reverse of the coin. A full bands coin must show complete separation and distinct detail in these central horizontal bands, meaning no breaks, bridges, or weak spots. Why is this so critical? Mercury dimes are notorious for having a weak strike. The design's high points often prevented the bands from being fully impressed by the die. A 1930s with the full bands designation is confirmation of an exceptionally strong strike and an incredibly well-preserved coin. Value difference. A regular 1930s and MS65 might be worth $200. The same 1930s and MS65 with the FB designation can sell for $400 to $500 or more, for the 1930s. The full band's distinction is especially challenging to find. making these coins highly sought after by collectors aiming for top-tier registry sets. Grading and the auction records. Top-tier value. Let's talk about the top-tier market. The highest graded examples of the 1930s are often certified at MS67. Only a handful of these coins are known, making them extreme condition rarities. Key auction results: 1930s Mercury Dime, PCGS MS67. While the highest recorded price is older, a PCGS MS67 FB example was auctioned for a hammer price of $16,450. Note: the highest certified grade is MS67, and very few have been graded MS67 full bands. NGC MS66. A more recent sale of an NGC MS66 FB in 2021 realized a price of $660. PCGS MS66. Certified examples in MS66 grade without the full bands designation typically sell in the $400 to $600 range in recent auctions. The most recent public auction data highlights the high demand, particularly for high-grade specimens. Auction example: a PCGS MS66 sold in June 2023 for $288. Auction example: an NGC MS67 sold in June 2020 for $1,080 and another in November 2019 for $1,800. These prices confirm that while the 1930s is not the rarest date, its scarcity in pristine, high-grade condition drives fierce competition among collectors who want to complete this iconic silver series. The collector's outlook: whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, the 1930s Mercury Dime is a coin worth hunting for. It perfectly balances historical significance, the chilling prelude to the Great Depression, with numismatic scarcity. Before you buy, remember the simple checklist: date, 1930. Mint mark, look for the small s on the reverse. Condition: the higher the grade, the greater the value, but focus on the detail of the fasces. The full bands premium. If the central bands on the reverse are fully struck and separated, you have a coin that commands top dollar. The 1930s may not be the most expensive Mercury Dime overall, but it is without a doubt one of the most underrated and rewarding semi-key dates in the entire series. Conclusion and call TOACTION. Have you ever found a Mercury Dime in circulation? Did you know about the full bands designation? Let me know which one you're hunting for in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1930s Mercury Dime, please hit that like button, subscribe for more coin videos, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Would you like me to focus on another specific US coin, or perhaps write a script for a video on the most valuable Mercury Dimes of all time?